What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're live on YouTube. Guys, unaware, I just did my quarterly budget and saw that StreamYard will not be in the budget for this year, guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
And it's going on the other YouTube. Okay, turn that off. First of all, second of all, let's get back to the pre-show on YouTube. As you guys are watching right now, StreamYard's no longer in the budget, y'all. We gotta cut back on some expenses and looking on to better things. Hold on one second. I am looking forward to getting my own residence within the next year. So I am saving my money. I'm paying off debts, raising my credit score, traveling less. So you'll see me at home or around Detroit, mostly this summer, while I save my money. So no Mark this week because he's off-roading right now with Basil in his Jeep up in Midland, Michigan. He tried to get on right now, but I was like, it's not gonna work, bro. You can't off-road, being in a place where there's no reception and try to get on Zoom for a podcast. It's just not gonna work. So I'm doing it myself this week, just like old times. And the 1-year anniversary is coming up, so be ready for that. 1-year anniversary, I think it's June 15th. So the Tuesday I come back from Philly is when we're going to be doing the 1-year anniversary. So please subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, and we will have a great episode that day. But right now we're about to start the episode for April 27th, 2021. It's going to be a lot of things on the What You Do in Detroit. I'm about to not say one of them for today, leave that for another bonus episode. So put that in the bonus episode. And while you're here, please subscribe on Anchor. That's how we make our money here at KrisCross Studios, at the KrisCross Corner podcast. Anchor.fm/KrisCrosscorner/support. Donate 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month to help sustain future episodes. And with that donation, you get to control what we say on the podcast or what topics we talk about on the podcast. You can't really, dictate what we say about the topics, but you can pick the topics. You can also choose what we talk about for the top 10 list, because I have a lot of top 10 lists in my arsenal, but I don't like to give them all at once. So if you have an idea for a top 10 list, just let me know. Just let me know. I have one top 10 list we're going to do next week for the top 10 list, but this week it was like improv, so I haven't been on live on YouTube in a while, so it's going to be a journey. It's going to be, let's try something else. Let's try that. And if you guys like the Great Debaters on the show, I'll bring more Great Debaters on the show. Great Debaters is coming back. We're not gone. We just haven't been meeting up as much because we all have jobs now. COVID has run its course. It might come back, but let's hope it doesn't come back. But our 2 times a week are going to be shortened down to 1 time a week. And we're probably going to do it on Tuesday nights or Thursday nights. Probably more so Mondays. I like Mondays because we get to talk about our weekends and laugh about them. But let's get into this podcast in a few minutes. I'm going to turn off my phone so nothing is too loud. Let's see. Share this to Facebook. Copy the link. If you guys aren't subscribed on YouTube, please go there, subscribe, tell your friends. Join the Facebook group on Facebook. That's where you get all the stuff we'll be talking about on the topics from the audience episodes. And when we're on YouTube, you get to see us before we go on the podcast, quote unquote. We start recording, so you get to see all the pre-show stuff as you are right now. I'm putting the stuff on Facebook right now. The link for the podcast group. Please join the group. We have 605 members, and we're on the road to 1,000. So please join. And when you join the Facebook group, please subscribe on Anchor. 99 cents, $4.99 or $9.99 a month, so we can sustain more episodes, so we can get paid for this. We have jobs, we have lives. All right, let's see what we can do on YouTube. 808, 808, 808. All right, here we go. We're there. Sheet is up. All right, YouTube, we're ready to roll. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the KrisCross Corner podcast. I'm your host, Chris Canty. And before we begin, shout out to all the members of the KrisCross Corner podcast Facebook group. We're on the road to 1,000 members, y'all. Share with a friend and join the conversation each week and watch live on Facebook or YouTube as we are right now. At the start time, new start time. We have a new start time, folks. We're starting at 7:30 on Tuesdays. Not 8 o'clock anymore. 7:30 on Tuesdays. Because I know some of y'all's TV schedules are conflicting with our podcast. So we're going to start earlier so you can watch your show. If you don't want to miss another episode of the podcast, click the subscribe button on YouTube. We will post every live episode on YouTube after the show, or if we're live on YouTube right now, the show's already going to be on YouTube. Click the notification bell to be notified of our next videos on YouTube. And join the Facebook podcast group, please. The KrisCross Corner podcast on Facebook. Join the conversation. Laugh, LOL, share. Dislike, do whatever you want to do on Facebook. Support the podcast with a monthly commitment of $4.99 a month to help sustain future episodes on Anchor. Your support gives you the power to give suggestions for topics on the podcast, including my top 10 list of the week. You get to choose the list. I get to choose my top 10 picks. Anchor.fm/KrisCrossCorner/support. Thank you for your support. All right, y'all, let's get into this news stuff because I want to talk about what y'all put on the Facebook group for the topics of the audience this week. What you doing, Detroit? First of all, let's shout out to City Councilwoman Ernestine Lyons of Harper Woods. Be sure to listen to our podcast, Quick to Politic, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook. All right. Now we have news story number 1, numero uno. Everybody has probably heard, saw, and rejoiced of the Derek Chauvin case. Anybody who doesn't know who Derek Chauvin is, he was the police officer that murdered George Floyd last year and sparked the second, I guess you would say, second huge wave of Black Lives Matter protests and police brutality protests in America. He was guilty of all 3 charges. He was guilty second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. All right, so this is a huge checkpoint in the road to equality and equity, not just equality, but equity in this country. And Derek Chauvin will be, I don't know if he'd be thrown in jail for the maximum time, but he will serve time for what he did. And this is going to be a wave, a ripple effect for all police departments around the country and hopefully around the world. But anyway, Derek Chauvin, you deserve to be in prison, under the prison. Throw away the key, even though you probably won't get it. But next, speaking of not getting away, the U.S. health officials say that fully vaccinated Americans don't need to wear masks outdoors unless they're in a big crowd of strangers. Now let's just back up a little bit. No pun intended. Let's just back up a little bit. So you can't have a mask outside, walking past strangers, being in the vicinity of strangers. But when you're in a big crowd of strangers, you need to wear a mask. All right, U.S. health officials. I don't know who said this, but until everybody is, quote unquote, everybody's vaccinated and COVID, quote unquote, is gone, I don't think we should be telling people not to wear masks outside, even if there aren't big crowds of strangers. Because, third story of the day, Michigan Republican strongholds, which are like the areas that aren't urban, Michigan Republican strongholds have the lowest vaccination rates. Okay, given. Which also means, it correlation, that there are higher COVID-19 cases. So yeah, when you're not wearing a mask and you think it's not going to hurt you, the area you're in might be a high rate. There might be a high rate of COVID cases in your area because you're not taking the necessary precautions we had a year ago. Because a year ago, we thought we were all going to die. April 27, 2020, a lot of people were scared for their lives. Now we know what it is, the precautions that we need to take, and what happens once we get to a place of quote unquote normalcy. We're still going to need that mask. We're still going to need to wash our hands. Basic hygiene stuff. Wash your hands. Don't cough. Don't sneeze on people. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink after somebody. Typical stuff. Some people just don't know. So please wear your mask. Please don't always listen to what the government says, because the government once said that it was the flu, and it was not the flu. This is not the flu, y'all. This is a SARS virus from China infecting people and killing them. So please take this seriously. And that's my PSA of the week. So if you bought a ticket to Shane Park, quote unquote, Aretha Franklin Amphitheater for last year's concert series, you might have not got your money back. But fear not, everybody, because Aretha Franklin Amphitheater is set to begin processing refunds from the 2020 season. So if you bought tickets to Earth, Wind, and Fire, you finally get that $400 back for a ticket. They put that $400 towards your taxes. But anyway, next story. Flower season is back, y'all. Flower season. Instead of having one flower day at Eastern Market, they're doing a whole flower season, which is going to take place Tuesdays in May, starting in May. So it'll be the 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. And also Saturdays in May, all the way through June. So you get to experience Eastern Market for what it really is. It's really great in the morning, not in the afternoon because there's too many people there. Morning is a great time to go because it's fresh stuff. But now you get to see flowers. If you like, take your date. That'd be a good date idea. Take the missus. I'm taking mine. So flower season. So flower season at Eastern Market, starting in May, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Go ahead. Sniff the flowers. Do whatever you need to do. All right. Michigan State Police stopped a man going 102 miles per hour on the Lodge Freeway. 102. Ladies and gentlemen, the speed limit for the Lodge Freeway is 55, which already means not only is he getting 800 million points on his license, the man got caught. He stopped him, did a routine traffic check. You're going fast on the Lodge, sir. But let me check your car. So he checked the man's car. I guess he had warrants or something because you can't really check the guy's car if you don't have, can't do all that stuff. But checked the car and found out there was 2 guns, 2 loaded guns. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, he was going 102 and a 55 on the Lodge. 2 loaded guns. And guess what the third one is, y'all? He wasn't even a licensed gun. Oh my God. He wasn't even licensed to carry them. Just can't. This Michigan State policeman, this trooper, saved someone's life. Not only did he stop someone going 100 miles an hour on the Lodge Freeway, he stopped a possible homicide in Detroit. Not all heroes wear capes, everybody. And that has been What You Doing, Detroit section of the podcast. Speaking of homicides in Detroit, KrisCross store is killing the game, offering cool Detroit swag. Classic Detroit collection, which is the Detroit shirt. The Black Excellence collection, which is all the Black Excellence stuff. Black Excellence, I'm black and I'm proud. Wear that. Get that for Juneteenth, coming up June 19th. Grab a KrisCrosscorner mask. And we also have the Do Not Doubt Detroit collection, all available at the KrisCross store on Teespring, now called spring.com. Promo code KRIS because it's my 26th year of life. So I'm giving you guys 26% off your purchase. That is KRIS. Link is in the description below after the podcast is live. Teespring.com/stores/KrisCross. Buy that merch. Also, the Sharp Blade Barbershop is offering the highest quality haircuts in a clean, safe environment. Men and women get to go there. I get my haircut there all the time, every week or 2 weeks, as you can see, every 2 weeks. But they're offering the highest quality haircuts. Talk to Jermaine Hammond at 3JHam401 or Tattoo Lee, tattoo with 1T _Lee. They are located at 18625 West McNichols in Detroit, Michigan, 48219. Or you can see them at the Sharp Blade Barbershop on Instagram. The Sharp Blade Barbershop, offering the highest quality haircuts in a safe, clean environment. Check them out. Sicily's Pizza, offering the best pizza in Detroit. I think it's the best pizza in Detroit. Better than Happy's, better than Greg's, better than whatever we got. Better than Buddy's. Yes, I said it. Better than Buddy's. Naturally leaving dough, never bleached, never brominated. 3554 West Verner Highway in Detroit, Southwest Detroit. So go to Verner off 96, go east, and it'll be right there. It's actually west. Yeah, go west. Go towards Beskintown, and it'll be right there. At Sicily's Detroit on Instagram. Check them out. All right. Let's talk about what y'all be talking about in this podcast Facebook group. I'm gonna start off by putting up the elephant in the room. I put a picture of the NBA draft back in 2003. And I'm going to talk about this because this is a touchy subject for a lot of Detroiters. So 2003 was the year that LeBron James transitioned from his high school game to the NBA at the age of 18. So he was the number 1 draft pick. And the number 1 team that year was the worst team in the league, was Cleveland at the time. So Cleveland got LeBron James, obviously. So the number 1 pick was LeBron James, and he went to Cleveland. He was on the Cleveland Cavaliers for about 8 years. Then he went to Miami. The rest is history. Number 2. Now let's go over the history of the picks that Detroit could have got in the 2003 draft. Now let's look this up. We have Carmelo Anthony. We have Chris Bosh. We have Dwayne Wade, Chris Kaman, David West, Josh Howard, Mo Williams, Kyle Korver, Kendrick Perkins, TJ Ford. Who else we got? We have Troy Bell. Who else? Boris Diaw, Brian Cook, Josh Howard, where's that Josh Howard? Luke Walton was in this class. Mario Austin. Steve Blake was in this draft class. Derek Zimmerman. Zaza Pachulia. A young Zaza Pachulia. James Lang. Brandon Hunter. James Jones. And of course, LeBron James, which was already picked in number 1. So he was the number 1 pick. Now, second team to go up, as all Detroiters know, it was the Detroit Pistons, who were coming off a loss to the New Jersey Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2003. So they, traded up. They got number 2, which is a good pick because this was a really stacked draft. As all the names I just put out there. You know what I'm saying? All the names I just put out there. They choose Serbian native Darko Milicic. He was a center, okay? So, Detroit was already, stacked. So he wasn't getting a lot of playing time, okay? So Darko Milicic, number 2. So Detroit picks Darko Milicic. Number 3, the Denver Nuggets select Carmelo Anthony. It gets worse, guys. It gets worse. Number 4, the Toronto Raptors select Chris Bosh. Number 5, Miami Heat select Dwayne Wade. Los Angeles Clippers select Chris Hayden. Let's skip down a little bit more. Number 32 of the draft, of round 2. The Los Angeles Lakers from Toronto select Luke Walton. Now, let's go back up. Because a lot of Detroiters right now are mad at me right now because they know what I'm about to say. So out of the top 5, we're going to go back to the picture. Out of the 5 draft picks, LeBron James, Darko Milicic, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, those are the top 5. Out of those 5 people, guess who won their first world championship? Her first NBA championship. It wasn't LeBron James. He won his first championship in 2012 with the Miami Heat. It wasn't Chris Bosh. He won his first championship in 2012 with the Miami Heat, along with LeBron James. Dwayne Wade won his first championship in 2006 with Shaq with the Miami Heat. Carmelo Anthony doesn't have a championship yet. I don't think he'll ever will have a championship. We'll get into that topic of the Great Debaters, which you can also listen to on the KrisCross Studios on YouTube. Hashtag KrisCrosscorner. Hashtag Great Debaters. We're coming back, y'all. Great Debaters is coming back in May. Now, there's something special about Darko Milicic that people just don't give him credit for. He is the youngest NBA champion to win a championship in his first year. He might have been on the bench. He might have been wearing a suit. He might not have been on the bench. He might have not been on the bench behind the bench. He might have been back there getting rubbed down by the masseuse. Like, oh, they just won a championship. Hey, he got a ring. He's the youngest person out of these 5 people to get a ring. He was drafted in 2003 and he won in 2004 with the Going to Work Pistons, which are still my favorite Pistons. Okay. I'm going to make a lot of Detroiters mad, old school Detroiters mad when I say that the Going to Work Pistons are better than the Bad Boys. I'm sorry. They're better. I might lose some subscribers. Anyway, please subscribe to the podcast. Donate $4.99 a month. Anchor.fm/KrisCrosscorner/support. Your donation is appreciated. Thank you. So Darko Milicic, man, number 2 draft pick, first to win a title. So I think it goes Darko Milicic, Dwayne Wade, then LeBron James and Chris Bosh, which are in that order. And then Carmelo Anthony still hasn't won a title. 3 of these people are retired. We have Darko Milicic, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. They're all retired. Carmelo Anthony is still playing, and LeBron James, of course, is still playing, both in the West. So Carmelo Anthony, I don't think he'll get a title anytime soon, unless he'll join the Lakers, which I could see happening, but I don't see it happening unless shenanigans happen. So a lot of people, because I asked them, who's still mad about this? We have a lot of people. So who shared this? Gabriel Jordan said it. You had one job summed up in one picture. Of course, yes. You had one job. Chris Bird said, me, damn it. Brenda Canty's bad. Brenda Canty's bad. Melvin Hurston sent a gift of a baby so bad. He's like, I'm mad. So he raised his hand. David raised his hand. Eric Chestnut from the Red Debaters said, can we not talk about this? Can we not, please? Jeff Hashikian said, can we not talk about this? Trey Summers said, worst scouting department ever. Hey, but he won a title though. He won a title. And that was probably the last, I want to say that was the last one, but the last grassroots, nobody on a team collective of 5 to 7 people that you'll ever see in the NBA Finals beat one of the most stacked teams in NBA history. One of the most stacked teams in history going against a team of literal nobodies, and Darko Milicic this team beat the Lakers with Kobe, Shaq, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Rick Fox. Everybody was on that team. I think that team was stacked, okay? But hey, I would put the 2011 Mavericks in there too, because they beat LeBron in convincing fashion. But that 2004 championship was special, especially to me and the city of Detroit. All right, next one we have. We'll do that one next time. Let's settle this debate. We're going to do who it's worse, laundry or dishes. Let's see what people said. What's worse? Beverly Nelson said dishes. Christopher Bird said dishes. Gloria Hunter said dishes. Marnita said dishes. My grandpa, Eugene Cantu, said both. Kim Jones said yes. They're both. I mean, they're both a pain. I mean, I think they're both a pain when you let them stack up. When you let dishes like pile up, that gets more annoying. If you let clothes pile up, it becomes more of a chore. However, clothes, if you have a dishwasher, then it's different. But I don't have a dishwasher, so when dishes stack up, it becomes more of a burden, as when you can just put all your clothes stack up and then throw them in the washer. You know what I mean? But if you have both of them, a dishwasher and a washing machine for your clothes and a dryer, I guess a lot of these things are from doing the dishes if they don't have a dishwasher. However, I do have friends who do have dishwashers, and just the process looks so it's just tedious. You have to stack the things up right. You gotta put it in, gotta wait an hour, you take them out and dry. It's just too much. So a lot of people say dishes on here. No debate, dishes from Harrell Tanjon. We have David Pugh, old soccer coach back in 2010, 2011. Against the grain here, but laundry is much worse. I mean, if it's only worse when you have a lot of it to do. I don't have a lot of laundry, so it's not a lot. I only wear like 2 things, so it's not hard for me. Laundry. I can't choose. I have OCD issues with both. Marie Walker. Heather Corbin said dishes. The laundry does itself. Low key, yeah. Folding. I guess folding would be. I mean, folding is therapeutic to me. I don't know about y'all, but it's therapeutic for me. Drying dishes is probably the worst thing ever to me because I hate doing dishes. If I had a maid to do something like that, I would definitely pay for it. Dishes, laundry, dishes, Joy Canty, Brianna Mason, Ebony Weisenat. Weisenat? I don't want to mess up your last name. So let's just leave it at that. Blondie Taylor, me too. Said dishes, dishes and laundry. Michael Canty said laundry. So it's a mixed bag. So I will put that in the podcast group for next week. Please join the podcast group, Facebook group on Facebook. Of course, it's on Facebook. So join the Facebook group on Facebook. KrisCross Corner Podcast Facebook group. We're at 605 members. In this group, you get to join the conversation as we did right now. You get to comment, like, hate, share your take on the subject as we're about to do right now. So I put up a picture of One Gotta Go. And I had a lot of people say their take on this thing. All right, there's a picture of carrot cake, lemon cake. I can share my screen. I could just, since I'm being, let's share my screen. So I put up this picture that says One's Gotta Go. And let me see where it's at. Here we go. Share the screen. I put up One Gotta Go. I said, One's Gotta Go. Carrot cake, lemon cake, vanilla cake, or red velvet. Now, I am a fan. Oh my gosh. Let's go back up here. Let's see what I did. No share sound. There we go. So I put, I said carrot cake gotta go because I'm a fan of 3 of these: vanilla cake, red velvet, and lemon cake. I love these 3. However, carrot cake, I don't want vegetables in my cake. That's just something that's not gonna happen. Okay? Not gonna happen. So if you say carrots and cake in the same sentence, you just might you might not have a good place in my heart if you say carrot and cake. So let's go over what people said. Yeah, vanilla, lemon. Lemon's gotta go for Baraka Bailey. I don't know why. Lemon cake was amazing. Lemon cake, carrot cake, gotta hit the road, says Christopher Bird. Vanilla, Don Davis. You guys make me sad. Dennis Steen and Don Davis, Minister Don Davis, you guys make me sad if you guys do not like vanilla cake. I'm sorry. My mom, my own mother, said vanilla cake. Goodness gracious. Kim Sykes Jones, I don't want any vegetables for dessert. I'm with you. I hate it. I don't know why people do this. All of them by David Alex Norde. You are now disliked, angry face. Marnita Dickerson said vanilla. A lot of people don't like vanilla. What's going on? You don't like white cake? Come on. Y'all watch too much Roland Martin. Y'all be watching. Vanilla cake's too much to the white man. But vanilla cake's gotta go for a lot of people. Red velvet, stormy weather. Said red velvet's gotta go. Red velvet gotta go. Only 2 red velvets. 3 red velvets. Ashley Porch. So okay, I'm seeing a lot of vanillas. So we're gonna have a taste test to see. Carrot cake gotta go, thank you. We're gonna have a taste test to see how bad these vanilla cakes are. I mean, I don't think they're bad, but I just want cake. We're gonna see. I'm gonna like all these because I don't like the way people aren't included. So next, we're going to talk about the queens who got to go. That's more of a church thing. What would you rather have? A chauffeur, a nanny, a gardener, a maid, a personal shopper, or a cook? So we have 24 comments. Let's see what these people say. Chauffeur, I don't want to be driven around. I like to drive. I would like a maid. Actually, I could pick up by myself. A cook wouldn't be bad. Ernestine Lyons. Shout out to Ernestine. Her podcast, Quick to Politic. Check it out on Spotify. Or watch live Thursdays on Facebook, on her Facebook page, Ernestine Lyons. And please vote for her, Councilwoman Ernestine Lyons. All right. John Canty said, maid, a maid that could cook. I mean, yeah, maid that could cook. A cook, a gardener, Sierra Ortiz, maid to clean up my 27 million messes my daughter makes in an hour. I understand. Shout out to Sierra Ortiz. We went to school together. Willie Canty, chauffeur, a maid, nanny, a cook. I would like a cook because I need healthier meals and I don't feel like cooking them. So that'll be mine. So I'm gonna choose a cook. A lot of people said gardener. I don't know. And then I think that was it. What shows do you remember from UPN? Derek Chauvin is guilty. We also talked about which decade should we do a debate for our top 5 songs for each year. And a lot of you guys chose 18 votes said 1990s. So we're going to be doing the 1990s, I believe, this Thursday for our bonus episode. And then we're going to release it the next week. And we're going to do the 70s next, then the 80s, then the 60s, and the 2000s. No one voted for the 2010s. I don't know why. No one voted for the 2010s. But we're going to do that last then. So, well, get your top 5 1990 songs and then put them in the comments after the podcast so we can see what 90 songs you guys like. We're all going to do that after the podcast. But back to the what's really important. We're going to talk about mixed tiles. We're going to talk about turning your photos, your Instagram photos, or the photos that you took while you're on your family vacation. I can't speak today, y'all. Turn your photos into affordable, stunning wall art. Just upload your photos, choose a style and frame, stick them to your wall, and they won't mess up your wall. They'll just come off. Like I have a million mixed tiles, as you can see right here. I have 1, 2, 3 mixed tiles, 4, 5. I have a few mixed tiles on my wall. And you can see that I like those because there's over 100 million satisfied customers with mixed tiles. Mother's Day is coming up, y'all. So please get your photos done and get that portrait done for your mother, grandmother, aunt, wife, spouse, anything. Do whatever you need to do. Get yourself a mixed tile. 10 tiles for $70 on the mixedtiles.com, on the Mixed Tiles app as well. It's the pink app with the 3 white dots going down in a diagonal way. So please turn your photos into affordable wall art with mixed tiles. That's MIXTILES. Mixed tiles. All right. All right, y'all. It's time for the top 10 list of the week. This top 10 list of the week was a list that I was trying to find out. I was looking for things to do for the Black community. And I was like, which cities have the most Black people in it per capita? So I'm looking at the top 10 cities in America with the largest Black populations. Now, what city would you guess has the largest African-American population? For us, most of us, we immediately figure it would have to be somewhere in the South. Some people might say big cities. Some say it would have a more chance for a smaller city for, making up for, if you're saying per capita, smaller city would have more of a certain type of people based on the numbers. Well, I'll take a second for you guys to, figure out which ones that you might think are the top cities, like Detroit, New York City, Birmingham, all those other ones. But right now, the cities with the largest populations of African Americans will surprise you in this list. So here are my top 10 cities in America with the largest Black population. Number 10, we have Augusta/Richmond County, which is in Georgia. Large Black population there. So Augusta, Richmond County, consolidated government in Georgia. Number 9, we have Shreveport, Louisiana. No surprise there, in the South. Number 8, of course, the city down the street from it. Not technically down the street, but it's close. New Orleans, Louisiana, in the South. Number 7, Montgomery, Alabama, in the South. Number 6, we have Baltimore. Yep, sounds about right. Big city. So our predictions were right. Number 5, we have Memphis, Tennessee. Number 4, Miami Gardens, Florida, which is a huge Black population. Huge Black population in Miami Gardens, Florida. Number 3, Birmingham, Alabama, down south. Number 2, of course, the city of Detroit, Michigan. And number 1, which will surprise a lot of people, but not a lot of people if you look at trends and stuff. Number 1 would be Jackson, Mississippi, down south, heartland of what used to be the Bible Belt slave area. So Jackson, Mississippi, heart and soul of a city with the most largest, of city of the most Black people is Jackson, Mississippi. They have Jackson State University. I don't know all the HBCUs down south, but I know that Jackson State is one of them, and it's in Jackson, Mississippi. So, way to go, Jackson, Mississippi, for being the city with the largest Black population in America. And that has been another edition of the KrisCross Corner. Please subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Watch on YouTube after the live show where we doctor it and add some stuff to it. Please subscribe on YouTube. Share the podcast with everybody. Support the podcast on Anchor, anchor.fm/kriscrosscorner/support. And grab some merch on Teespring, guys. 26% off of everything in the store because I'm a nice person. 26% off. All right. Leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Stay safe. Social distance.